It's been a while. I have not made a video for at least a year. I don't know. 2024 was kind of crazy and I had too many jobs and I moved in the middle of the year, which kind of turned my life upside down, which right now I'm showing you my new studio space that my partner and I share. It's full of cool things and it's a little messy, but we're working on it. Anyway, the point of this video is that I have a stack of sketchbooks and they're really cute and really pretty. I made this one that you're looking at now. I used to bind books as just a hobby and I never use them. And there's something about the fear of ruining a sketchbook or drawing something ugly or, just filling it with things that aren't worthy of how cute of a book it is. I wouldn't say that I have too many blank sketchbooks or that I'm feeling super anxious about not using them, but I do want to intentionally use them more often this year. This is the most recent one that I bought. I love the Keith Haring cover, and so far I've only used it for one life drawing event, which was fun. I experimented with this new sort of way of sketching. So anyway, this video is me trying to commit to drawing in my sketchbooks more often. So before I talk more about what I'm drawing, if you're new here or you've never seen my artwork before, I am Sophie Margot. I'm an illustrator, hand embroiderer, designer. I work for a nonprofit. I also teach. I'm an adjunct professor. I do a lot of things, maybe too much sometimes. I've shared my art on the internet for a long time, since college, and that was a long time ago. But I've been wanting to make videos and maybe share some of the knowledge and real world experience that I've gained to hopefully help, a new generation of artists in some way. So hopefully you'll be seeing more videos from me. Getting back into what you're looking at. So at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year, I made a 2025 mood board for my art. I like to do this every once in a while just so I sort of feel more cohesive in my style and my vision for the kind of work that I want to make. So all of the reference I'm using is from my Pinterest 2025 mood board. There were a lot of pastels, these mirrors that almost looked like portals, bows. I had a bunch of really fancy cakes on there. And for the most part, I draw animals and nature, and that's what I draw. But I like drawing other things too. And that's part of what a sketchbook is for, right? It's for exploration, it's for trying out new ideas. And sketchbooks are subjective, of course. Everyone is going to use them differently, have different goals for their own art and for how they use a sketchbook. But I think one of the best ways to use a sketchbook is for your ugly drawings. Use it as a place to store all of those weird little ideas and draw things that make you happy, even if they're not perfect or the experiments you do in them don't quite turn out. I've been a working artist since about 2011, and I've, gone to art school. I've talked to a lot of creative people and artists and working professionals, and a lot of times I hear, that they either will buy a sketchbook or they have sketchbooks that they like and that they're, beautiful, but they just sit on their shelves and they're afraid to ruin them. And honestly, I don't think you could ever ruin a book, of course, unless you intentionally ruin it, right? Like set it on fire or something. But you can't actually ruin it with your drawings. There's no way you could ruin it with your sketches. If anything, that improves it. That makes it so much more interesting, to me at least. Something I've found that I really like doing in my sketchbook is using my Tombow markers as sort of a way to lay down color really fast in areas. And you'll see I go back in and add line work on top of those shapes. Sometimes I work the opposite way. Sometimes I do lines first and then sort of fill and shade afterwards. But I think for me, not sketching first with a pencil and just going in with sort of more permanent materials like markers and pens, it kind of eliminates that need for perfection. Because I think that's what really holds artists back a lot, is the feeling that we need to make something that's perfect, and everything we make needs to be beautiful and needs to be technically skilled. I think we need to make more ugly drawings. And I definitely think the drawings I made for this aren't the prettiest. This one especially just turned out really ugly to me, and I don't know if it was the color palette I chose, if it's too much. It could be a lot of things. It's definitely not the cutest, and I experimented, right? Like I experimented with layering different colors, and some of those experiments didn't turn out right, but I learned from them, and I probably won't layer those same colors again. You see that pink on top of the teal? It just looks so bad. But I really enjoyed the process of it, and it gave me, some ideas, and that's what's important. My partner always sort of talks about how quickly I draw and how I'm able to just kind of get sketches out really fast. My Procreate times are typically an hour or two on a finished drawing. And a lot of that is practice. A lot of that was just drawing in my sketchbook over and over, or drawing in class, and having to get those lines sort of almost perfect the first time, rather than relying on erasing or sketching too much. Which, it's fine if you want to sketch. Often I do sketch, but I think there's also something really interesting in lines that are more spontaneous or really intentional. These flowers remind me of flowers that I would have drawn on my notes in like middle school. You know what I'm talking about. Also, I apologize if my voiceover is sounding kind of like gross. I'm getting sick. It's that time of year. It's January. We're all getting sick. Or someone that's sick. Oof. Stay healthy. Anyway, we're getting to the end of the video. Thank you so much if you've watched this far. I want to put out more videos, maybe monthly. We'll see how it goes. But you can find me on all the social medias at Sophie Margot Art. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a really great day, and I hope you make some ugly drawings in your sketchbook or somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in a sketchbook. You can draw on almost anything. All right, see you later. Bye.